Tell us a little bit more about this book.
It is the story of a young girl called Tinka, who not only through words and letters discover the world of reading and books, but she discovers in the process also more about herself and that which she loves best of all, stories.
You worked with your daughter on this book, and it's your second project together. Can you tell us about your relationship?
Well, you're my mum, but we also like colleagues when we work together on a book.
Yes, we try to be professional towards each other, although we are mom and daughter, and that will always be there, but she's my best working colleague when we do a book together.
Irene, tell us about Tinka and her fascination with words and letters.
Tinka loves letters and words, and she starts to discover reading and writing, and that's the whole purpose of the book, of her discovering words and letters and the meaning of words, and lying down on a piece of newspaper and asking her mom to trace her down and writing the parts of her head and her eyes and her nose, and discovering who she is.
All right, we have in the past few years seen an increase in the publishing of children's books in the country. However, the number of South African kids are picking up books and turning pages is still significantly low. Now, does the release of these books in indigenous languages play any role in impacting the promotion of adopting the reading and writing culture? So this morning, we are putting the spotlight on the state of children's literature as it stands today and how this culture has evolved over the years. Now, to help us unpack this, we are joined from our Pretoria studio by the director of PUKU, Children's Literature in Southern Africa, Lina Sisulu. And with me in studio, I'm joined by authors Stacey Frew and Refile Mutlaudi. Very good morning to you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, now, Alina, I'm going to start with you in Pretoria. When we talk about the evolution of children's literature in Southern Africa, where do we stand at the moment?
We have a lot of new developments. You've got the two exciting authors there in the studio, which shows that there are more and more young people coming into children's books. There are a number of children's books which are being published. What we find is a problem is that people don't know about these books, and the major bookstores don't necessarily stock these books. So there needs to be a lot more happening around marketing and publicity. And that's part of what we do at PUKU, making people know what books are available in what languages.
So you reckon the release and the publishing of books in indigenous languages, would that help in impact or the promotion of reading, of the reading culture from a young age?
Yes, definitely it will, because children relate to mother tongue best, and if they have books for enjoyment in mother tongue, then it will make reading much easier for them. Because to cope with having to learn to read in a foreign language is not an easy thing. And if you look at the best education systems around the world, they don't do this to children. So we really promote reading for enjoyment in mother tongue.
Right, right. All right, thank you so much, Elena. We'll be with you shortly. And now in studio, I can't believe I'll be interviewing a 10-year-old, Unbelievable, 10-year-old. She's written 6 books already and only 2 have been published. Stacey, very good morning to you. Welcome to Morning Live. Wow, this is unbelievable. You're 10 years old and you've written 6 books already. Yes. What does literature mean to you?
Literature means to me expressing our country and expressing what we feel inside of us, and expressing our imagination, and like giving other children to learn from you.
Yeah. So what inspired you to start writing?
What inspired me to start writing is my passion of reading and writing, and the fact that most children in South Africa cannot read and write by the age of 9.
Yeah. When did you start writing?
I started writing in 2014, November, when I was 7 turning 8.
All right. Do you get support from mommy and daddy and the family?
Yes, my whole family supports me. My brother is my biggest fan.
Wow, great stuff. Now, Refilwe, we've been seeing more and more multilingual children's books being published over the years. So has this made a difference in children's literature?
I think so, and I think it's probably the right way to go. Because you want your children, I mean, like what Eleanor said, you want your children to enjoy reading in their mother tongue, but then to have an additional language. I think if you can have bilingual, let's say your mother tongue and English, I think it's more beneficial for the child. So having bilingual books, I think, is the way to go for us.
Because there's been this culture that we all resort to speaking English so that we are fluent, because there's this perception that if you know English, you become more intelligent. So how's that thwarted the process of adopting and embracing one's mother tongue, especially for young children?
Yeah, so, and especially because when children go to school and then the medium of instruction is English, their parents also want them to learn the English and read the English. So it's kind of, I think, a balance that we have to find, which is why I'm pro bilingual books, because you want your children to know English, you want them to be global citizens, in addition to being South Africans who know how to speak their mother tongue, who are in touch with their own culture. So I think we have to find a way to find a good balance between the two.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you on that. Now, Eleanor, back to you in Pretoria. Now, who must assume the responsibility of overseeing that a child adopts this culture of reading and writing? Is it really the teachers, the parents, or the child themselves?
I think the responsibility is first and foremost the education system, the teachers and the parents, the librarians, community organizations. You know, it's hard for children themselves. I think you have children like Stacy. Stacy's got a very gifted mother who has given her access to books, and she has her own natural curiosity. Refilwe also, I think, is a very exciting addition to the children's literature authors. And so they are go-getters. But for many children, it's difficult if they don't have some guidance from the adults in their world. So I think really it's for the adults in their world. We at Puku really have made it our mission to make books available to children and to promote a culture of reading. I agree with Refilwe about multilingual books. You know, the world is multilingual in any case, and children who are conversant in many languages are really at an advantage. So it's possible to give those children the advantage very early through children's books.
All right, I couldn't agree with you more there, Eleanor. Now, we are continuing with our discussion, wherein we are dissecting the state of children's literature as it stands at the moment in the Southern African region in particular. And, you know, you can also share your thoughts with us on some of the books that you've been reading or you have read. And all you have to do is just email or Instagram or tweet us a picture and relevant caption of your pick of the week, must read for 2017, your current read, and of course, and the one you were hoping was going to be great but turned out to be rather disappointing. Tweet us at Morning Live SABC, use the hashtag Morning Live SABC, Instagram us using at Morning Live SABC, or you can even email us morninglive@sabc.co.za.